On this episode of the Comic Book Review, Adventurous Ones, we are stepping into the shoes of the Predators once again and stuff as they take on our favorite web-slinging hero, Spider-Man. Welcome to the Comic Book Review Show. It's time we get started. Welcome back, Adventurous Ones, for another episode of the Comic Book Review. I'm your host, as always, the master of all multiverses, and the reason why they've turned into an absolute and total shitfest. And that might explain a few things about this Marvel Universe and the Predator problem, okay? Joseph Michaels of another universe, screwing something up again. Wonderful, ain't it? I'm not sorry for it, but you're welcome. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, at your services, and today, as we ramp up in AVP week here on the channel and stuff, we're checking out Predator versus Spider-Man. Now, as you remember, the Predator versus Wolverine and Black Panther issues that took place and stuff, the 4-part miniseries for them, all were ramping up into something, okay? Where it continues from here and goes, and then where it goes straight into this one. Now, how this ends is a big shocker, because that's something I'm not going to reveal, because I'm only going to show you the first issue and what it's all about. And if you find our review interesting enough to read the rest of this yourself, we'll tack Amazon down in the description below where the link is for the trade paperback. So, let's get cracking open this first issue, show what it's all about, and give you our thoughts and opinions on the series itself when we come back. Stick around. Alright, Adventurous Ones, here we go. It's time to check out Predator vs. Spider-Man, issue number 1. Now, this is taking place in New York City during the hottest time of the year. And people are like wondering, what is going on with the heat? Why is it so warm and everything else in between? But at the same time, there's a serial killer on the loose. And they don't know yet this serial killer that they're calling the Skinner, excuse me. Okay, he is a Yautja, but he's not part of the Yautja that we've been seeing and stuff like that. He's a rogue Yautja. He's literally gone rogue. He's doing his own trophy hunts and everything else in between. He's skinning people, and going on and doing what predators normally do to take their trophies. Except this one is not doing it for the sport or the hunt and stuff. He's doing it for sheer pleasure. He's enjoying doing what he's doing. He's ripping these people's skin off and everything else in between. Meanwhile, Spider-Man is trying to find out what's going on with everything, because the police are baffled. They brought the FBI in and stuff. They're even baffled of what's going on here and stuff. But the guy is they think it's some kind of normal homicidal maniac, okay? When the truth of the matter is, it's something much more. And so Spider-Man's on the case. He's looking around the city and everything. He's on the phone talking to J. Jonah Jameson as Peter Parker, and so on and so forth. And look at this. This is how hot it is. The woman is shooting her husband with a freaking squirt gun. And here Spider-Man's trying to handle the normal crime of the city and stuff, and so on and so forth. But then again, there's something more sinister at foot. Okay, so he saves the kids from getting almost hit by these guys that just robbed a bank and everything. They're coming in there to, their hideout to think they're gonna, split their loot and everything. And that's when the one guy says, "Oh my God, all of his guys are dead. Who did this and stuff?" And that's when he shows up and he skins them. Here he is right behind them. And he's like, oh my, just ripping him apart skinning him, taking his skin and everything else in between. And then he does the Joker thing. He literally was doing that with the person's skin. I was like, oh my God, it's the Joker. He's doing the Joker shit. Now the kids thank Spider-Man for what he did, helping them and everything. And once again, Spider-Man's looking at, boom, all these guys are skinned. They're skinned. They're torn. It's like, oh my God, what happened here? And meanwhile, his girlfriend MJ, or wife, it depends on what it is in this universe and stuff. She's on the train in the subway, working on her stuff for a play called A Streetcar Named Desire. And that's when, boom, the power goes out. And it's like, oh God. And the one girl here, she's freaking out because she don't like the dark. She hates the dark, okay? So MJ's trying to literally help her out and stuff. And that's when good old Predator is here. And this is the creepiest freaking shit. Look what he did with this person's skin. Wearing it like a mask and shit. I says, oh my God! He literally took their skin to make him, he's doing Leatherface. And I says, oh my God. Meanwhile, Peter and Jonah are trying to figure out what's going on with everything here. The printing presses are running and so on and so forth. And the big story is the serial killer known as the Skinner strikes again. And so on and so forth. And that's when she shows up from the FBI and tells him, you know, how did you get this photo and stuff like that? Who gave you this stuff and everything else in between? And that's when Peter, he said, you know, talking about Peter Parker. She wants to know where Peter Parker is and stuff. And Peter is swinging off. He's like, I'm out of here. And people are suddenly getting murdered in here, in the subway car and stuff. And that's when you saw the Streetcar Named Desire. I feared for MJ in this issue. I literally feared for her life. Because it looked like the Predator got her. And he says, MJ, where are you? And it's showing this bloody hand and her book saying A Streetcar Named Desire. And I says, oh my God, the Predator just killed MJ. Are you kidding me? And it turns out that it's more than one Predator in the city. Because, boom, Kraven the Hunter shows up. And this is how the first issue of Predator vs. Spider-Man ends. So, what do you think, Adventurous Ones? Is this the start of something great that you yourselves want to get in on? We'll give you our final thoughts on the whole thing right after this. Stick around. So what do you think, Adventurous Ones? What a way to start this first one. The first run, you know, on this one and stuff. Spider-Man, Mary Jane Watson is in trouble. Okay? There's a Predator down in the subway system. And apparently there's another Predator running around that is considered a rogue Predator. It's like, what is going on here? How in the world is this all tying into something? Well, my thoughts on it is that it was not the best series. Okay, it was okay for what it was and stuff, but how it ended is what's really got us all going and stuff. Because not only did it end in a certain way that we didn't expect, but it also is showing you it's leading into our review for tomorrow. Predator kills the Marvel Universe. What? Predator kills the Marvel Universe? Yeah. As I said before, Predator versus Wolverine, Predator versus Black Panther, and then Predator versus Spider-Man is all ramping up into something bigger. That thing is going to be talked about on the next episode of our comic book review show tomorrow. So, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything we got coming up on this channel in 2026. There's always going to be more on the way. You never know what's going to be on this channel unless you hit the bell and set it to all. So until the next time, Adventurous Ones, peace out. May the Force be with all of you. Every last one of y'all have a safe, lovely, and beautiful week out there. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general. And be smart out there, people. Do not listen to stupid people who are going to get you badly hurt. Or even worse, 6 feet in the ground forever. Because you did stupid shit, okay? On their behest. Alright? Use this up in your heads. Okay? The brains up in your heads. And let those... And get them safely to the people that love and care about you the most, alright? And tell those people that want to run their mouths and start trouble and stuff to go to HE on the double hockey sticks. Alright? Because that's practically where they're from anyway to begin with. Anyways. Every chance you get, because there are no second chances in life anymore, and we don't live in safe times anymore. Alright? Anything can happen day in, day out. So use your heads. Get them safely to the people that love and care about you the most, and you tell them how much you love and care for them in return. Got it? Get it? Good. Until then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. Please, remain safe. And we'll see you all later.